Welcome to the audio production workshop. I have Demob Happy in today in session, and I have Adam from the band who's playing bass.
That's Matt, actually.
Oh, sorry. Hello, welcome to the audio production workshop. I have Demob Happy in session today, and I have Matt from the band here playing bass. What are you using bass-wise? What are you playing instrument-wise first?
Ibanez something or other. I don't actually know what it is. An Ibanez Artcore.
But it's a hollow bass.
It's a semi-hollow, yeah. And yeah, got like 200 quid. Just quite like the look of it, and it sort of sounded good, so.
No, it's very good, very nice.
Alright, isn't it?
Yeah. Pedals wise, what are you using for today?
So not a lot, to be honest. It's mostly I get the sound from the orange, but a bit of vintage microtubes for like a little fuzz, and then the same with this, which is a SAS Master of my own creation, and then an MXR just for EQing. And
so you made that yourself?
Yeah, it's based on a Maleko, well actually the original Brass Master, which was like a 80s thing, and yeah, it's sort of similar along the same sort of ballpark, and then
okay, so you're going from the SAS into the EQ.
Yeah.
And then from the EQ to...
And then just straight to the amp. The only other thing is the bass DR, the MXR bass.
They're great DIs, the MXRs.
Yeah, they're really nice.
That's cool. And then head-wise, we're running the orange Terra bass. Now, for something so small, how many watts is this?
I think it's 500, isn't it?
Yeah, it is about 500.
It's a hell of a thing.
Which are absolute killer heads.
But that's where most of the sort of sound that I get comes from. Really, it's just the guitar and the amp with like a little, you know, with smashing the gain really, and then just EQing it like that. And then all I really use the pedals for is to add like little bits of fuzz when necessary. And
do you ever use the small clone at all?
Yeah, I do, just not in this session. I won't be. And the Mastertron's knackered at the minute, otherwise I'd be using it, but I broke it.
Which tracks do you normally use the small clone in?
I normally use it, it's like for like slightly psychier, cleaner sections. I normally have it about like there-ish. Okay. And just use it as like a, just when you want that sort of chorusy, quite nice sound. Sparingly, really. Yeah. And then the Mastertron, again, for like when I just want like a little honkier sound, I normally use it. It works quite well as like when you're in down tune, to sort of hold it together a bit. It sort of acts like a bit of a compressor. Yeah. It just adds a bit of fuzz, so yeah.
Now, what cab do you normally use?
I use an EBS, and I have an EBS head, but I tend to use the orange more. But yeah, it's just an EBS head.
Because today in the session we're running my cab, just due to my ISO cab size and everything else, and this is like a 2x10 Marshall, which runs the Eminence drivers, so you find a lot of Eminence stuff in Ampeg and bits and pieces like that. Cool, Matt, cheers for that, that's great.
No worries, thanks very much.
Hello, welcome to the audio production workshop. I have Demob Happy here, and I have Tom from the band, who's on drums. Hey. We're just going to run through some of his rig now for the session. Tom, what are you using?
Here I've got my Mapex Mars Pro Series kit. Just got a really fat sound, and yeah, I use these pinstripes clears with it, which is also just nice kind of clear and punchy tom sound.
And what size have you gone for?
It's 13, 16, 14, and a 22-inch bass drum.
And cymbals wise, what are you running?
It's a little bit of a smorgasbord of stuff really. I've got, this is a Dream China, which is real trashy and a bit obnoxious. And this is a Dream Ride, which my friend Bill has drilled holes in, which is even more obnoxious and trashy, and very loud. Yeah. And really annoys lots of sound guys. And then the other ones, this, I don't even know what this is. It's just an old thing that I was knocking about.
It says Diamond on it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, these two are Diamond. I think they're actually from our friend Andrew bought a drum kit off a child, and they was the really cheap cymbals that came with the kit. But I like them because what I do is I've got quite a nice on the bottom, which gives it the body, so you don't get that chunky sound. And then I put the cheapest I can find on the top.
Yeah.
And then you get this really nice trashy overtone and overall sound, which is, yeah, it just ends up with this kind of nasty sound, which I love.
Fantastic. And you obviously recorded in Rockfield for the latest album.
Yeah.
Was that? Did you use this kit on that, or did they give you something else?
I brought it with me, but we ended up. There's a really lovely guy out there called Nick Hopkins in Monmouth nearby who has just got so many beautiful kits. So he brought in, I think, a vintage Ludwig kit. This is my Ludwig snare as well, which is like an 80s one. Yeah. Which we used with it. And an old Gretsch broadcaster. And I think we used a little bit of both. So we used the Ludwig and the Gretsch, I think, together. To get that sound that we got, yeah. And
cool.
It's weird because it was using vintage drums, but the overall sound was somewhere between a vintagey and a modern-y sound.
Cool.
Yeah, I was really happy with it.
And what was the kind of size of kit?
I think it was a 20-inch bass drum and a bit shallower than this. I'm not sure exactly. Yeah. It's kind of those old sizes, you know, and you need a screwdriver to tune it, which can drive you a bit mad. But I think if you're willing to see it out, it can be, yeah. Was it the same kind of skins as well for the recording? Yeah, it came with coated skins on it, but I really like clear skins, so I think I put some pinstripes on it. And I'm not really fussed between Evans or Remo really. I use Remo for toms and Evans for snare and bass drum because it's cheaper, and I think they sound great as well. What about cymbal set for the Ludwig? We had Ks that were hired. I think I used this one for like dark, like long things like that. I can't really hit it too hard because it just sounds just so much louder than everything else. So we had the Ks in for most of it, and then we used my China. I always use my hats when we record because it's just that trashy thing I was saying I like. Yeah. But yeah, K Customs sound great. Nice, thanks Tom. No problem, cheers. Hello and welcome to the Audio Production Workshop. I have Adam here from Demob Happy, and we're just going to run through some of his rig now. What guitars are you playing for us in session? So I used to use this a lot, but this is a Fender Tele. Which Fender Tele is this? It's like a Japanese made. Okay. So allegedly, some say that they're as good as the American ones. The mystery of the wood. Some might say, yeah. Just special Japanese oak. And I'm currently playing this because I was looking for a bit of a chunkier sound. So this you are running. So basically, it's an Epiphone Les Paul Jr. Cool. But I was looking for a guitar with a humbucker so I could get a bit more of a powerful tone. Nice. And I found this pretty much in the bargain bin of a guitar shop somewhere for £80. Amazing. Yeah. That's a score and a half. It sounds great. Like I was thinking about changing the pickup, but then I was like, it sounds great as it is. So I'm just gonna keep it the way God intended. Lovely. Yeah. And what are we doing pedals wise today? So you've got quite a lot down here. So I run. Basically, I got sick of tap dancing on stage, where you'd have to change more than one pedal at the same time. So I got one of these things. It's a cheap version of the thing that it is, but it basically allows you to put each pedal. It's a controller unit for all your pedals, effectively. Yeah. So you get to put each pedal in its own little loop, and then select with these which ones you preset, which ones are on and off in each of these. Yeah. Which is it's very good for live. It is. But yeah, I just use for like. So it looks like you got some homemade stuff in here. Yeah. So this is it's like a build your own clone Big Muff. Oh, amazing. So it's like a normal Big Muff, but it's got like 3 different settings. So this one at the end is like normal Big Muff. Then you get flat mids, boosted mids, and then you turn the tone control off and it goes crazy. Muff, bushy, and even bushier. Yeah, exactly. And that's like an old 60s style fuzz. Yeah, cool. And then Pog, which Pog was used a lot on the first album, right? It wasn't really. I honestly don't really use that a lot. I thought that I would get a lot of use out of it, but it's just kind of just stayed there and I haven't done a lot with it. I use it in a couple of songs, but it's not like featured a lot, so I might have to reconsider it. But it's there if I want to use it. And then where are we going from there? So I usually use just a clean amp or like amp on the edge of breakup, and my main
drive tones are just boosting the amp pretty much. And
Oh, okay.
so I use that for my main kind of sound, and then use the boost to give it a bit more balls.
Nice. And so you're actually running 2 amps today.
Yeah.
And obviously we've got the switcher there, but you run them like constant as a constant tone.
kind of like a blend. So I use.
So what have we got? We've got an AC30.
Yeah.
And what's the orange amp we've got today?
It's a TH30.
And what's different about this one?
This one, I got it because I was kind of getting sick of sound guys telling me to turn my amp down.
Oh, okay.
Because with valve amps, they sound a bit if you have them down.
You're right.
On the front, you can change it to half the output.
Oh,
from
lovely.
the input, and then on the back, you won't be able to see it, but you can do the same. So you can have it between 30 and 7.5 watts.
Oh, brilliant.
So you
Okay.
can have it a bit cranked on stage, which is good.
Which one are you kind of? I mean, obviously together they sound great, but
Yeah.
which one, if you had to kind of pick? This is going to be a tough question.
I
Which
think
one?
it'd be that.
It'd be the orange.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because normally that kind of loading the preamp.
Yeah.
On the amp itself, people kind of go with the old lucky kind of AC30 with those things. But that's great to hear. You got something like this that's really kind of cutting the
It's
mustard.
more
with that.
like just middle rangey, whereas this can sound a bit harsh for my liking. I guess it depends. I haven't really experimented with this one a lot, to be honest. But preferably, I'd love to have a big Fender amp, but very expensive.